second half, you seemed a lot stronger. You seemed in control of the game pretty much. You seemed to be captain their half for some passages of play. Do you think? Did you do anything different at half time? Did you tell them to do anything different in the second half?
There was a couple of structural changes we needed to make, which did make a big difference in the game. And when you're in this type of environment, it's very difficult to make those changes while the game's going on. But in terms of the players, I certainly saw in the first half, after they'd gone 2-0 down, they showed great resolve and character to stay in the game. And it's a really bitter pill to swallow when you can see the goal so close to half time. Bear in mind, we just had a good opportunity before that to score ourselves. So that was a big moment in the game. In fact, we could have come in 2-0 with a tactical change we were going to make. We could have found a way back in it, but they obviously punished us for some excellent play from their end to score that third goal. But in terms of the team in the second half, again, I thought their performance, every area of the game was very, very strong. We limited the Germans to limited chances on goal and created some good opportunities ourselves.
Do you think there's anything different you need to do now, following on from this game and how each side fared in preparation for next year's tournament? Is there anything you think you need to change slightly, changing personnel, or do you feel settled with it with the squad you've got now?
It's about evolving rather than changing. And for us, we're very confident on the path we're on. We know where we want to get to, but it's going to take a lot of hard work to get there, as we found out today. But we've learned a lot about ourselves as a team today. And when you talk about a football team, it's okay having good organisation and good technical players, but you also have to have spirit and character, and this team showed that in abundance today. It was a huge moment for them today in terms of not just their careers but their lives, and to come out in that second half and play with the amount of spirit and character and togetherness that they did. We know now we can tick that box as a team, and we'll always bring that to the occasion. It's just about tidying up a little bit in terms of our game understanding.
And finally, what sort of realistic ambitions going into next year's tournament? Do you think you can win it?
Do you know what? It's very difficult to answer that question at the moment. We've got so much more work to do to get ourselves in a position where we can. If the tournament started tomorrow, then no, we couldn't. But we've got 6 months to work, and we want to be in a position in 6 months' time that when we play against the likes of Germany, because if you want to compete at major championships, you're probably going to come up against the Germans and the likes of the US, and you've got to be ready to play those games and be competitive. And one thing I was very proud of the players today is that when you play against the top teams, you have two ways of going about it. You can try and take the initiative, or you can allow the opponents to take the initiative and hope for a result. And one thing we did today, right from the kick-off, we were positive, we tried to attack, and one thing with that, you leave yourselves open to counter-attacks. But in terms of the mentality of the players, and for an English team playing against a German team, we certainly showed no fear today. And that's a big step for us moving forward, because in the past potentially that's been a challenge for us, but we don't fear these opponents, but we understand where we're at in terms of what we've got to do to get closer to them.
Brilliant, thanks.
Thanks guys, cheers.
You talk about the next 6 months and preparation, how important it is. Do you think you need to maybe be playing a few games on the AstroTurf surface compared to the two of us talking Canada about the games?
Yeah, I think every team will be in the same position, so they'd like to get some experience on 3G, but there's a long time till the tournament, and the most important thing now is to get game experience. And as I've said many times before, I don't think this 3G surface is as much different as everyone makes it out to be. The game is very, very similar. There's one goal at each end, the pitch is the same size, and it's 11 versus 11. And whether this game today was played on 3G or grass, the result would have been very, very similar. So we've got some clear plans in place in terms of our preparation for the tournament to make sure that we're ready come next summer to play on 3G surfaces, and that might mean closer to the time, training a bit more and playing games on 3G potentially.